Being a gamer since I was in my childhood, it's always came to my mind, what if there is a game that's set in my country and resolve around it? And when I heard about A Space for the Unbound years ago and I saw the trailer, it was really exciting for me. And it's finally here. What is A Space for the Unbound about? Is it worth playing? And how amazing is a representation of your place growing up feels like when it's made as a video game? I feel like this is not a review video of A Space for the Unbound, but more like a first impression video about it and what's my opinion after 4 hours of playtime. Don't worry, this video is spoiler free and I will only use footage from chapter 0 and from the trailers. Thanks to Toki Productions for providing me with a key for this game, and this is a honest video. I'm not getting anything more other than the game itself. I am Indonesian, and A Space for the Unbound is a game made by an Indonesian game developer team called Mojikan Studio, and the setting of the game itself is in the 90s era of rural places in Indonesia. The game itself is a mix between slice of life, exploration, and relatively easy puzzle solving and some magic in the story. You are playing as a high schooler from Indonesia and his name is Atma. From the chapter 0 is such a great opening in my opinion, and straight away you can explore the world and kinda get the premise of the game. The game loop of A Space for the Unbound is to proceed to the story, you have to solve a problem, and to solve the problem you have to explore the stage of the chapter. For example, in chapter 0 you have to go to the second floor of someone's house, but the game will not tell you how to do it. But if you explore everything, talking to the NPCs, you will eventually know what to do. You realize that there is a ladder from the local security guard, but to get that you have to use your magical power to space diving into his mind and solve his problem. Turns out you can help him to fall asleep since he lack of sleep, but you need a keroncong music tape for it. Then you remember from the other area that you already explored, the other area from the stage where there is a worker who listening to a keroncong music, and after talking to him you will be able to get back to the security's mind and play the keroncong music for him. This brings back a lot of memories. It's like a really old genre of music. And after he falls asleep, you can take his ladder to go to the second floor of the house that I mentioned. That is what the gameplay of A Space for the Unbound like, a problem-solving explorative game with a puzzle element on it. And I found it really relaxing and cozy, also because the world setting of the game and how they tell the story. Let's talk about the most important part of A Space for the Unbound, the story and the world. Based on what Mojikan Studio and Toki Production write, A Space for the Unbound is a slice of life adventure game with beautiful pixel art set in the late 90s rural places in Indonesia that tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and a relationship of supernatural powers. Atma, the main character, have somewhat a superpower where he can dive into people's mind using his book to solve their problem or to see what kind of emotion they are feeling: anxiety, scared, depressed, and anything else. With a world that is relatable and a mix of superpower, the premise of the game feels like a really good anime movie when you think about it. It gave me a similar vibe when I watched Tenko no Ko or Weathering with You, where one of the characters is able to control the weather, and the movie set in a cozy place in Japan, and what is the consequences of the superpower itself. For me, as I'm Indonesian myself, A Space for the Unbound is really touching and emotional. It brings a lot of nostalgia from the street food like cimol, the set that is so Indonesian every second you see, the keroncong music and Easter eggs, the plants hanging on the roof in the hallway of your school. Everything made me so happy. It's really amazing as a gamer that you can experience something like this in a video game. A game that is really close to your life, representing it and feel really relatable. Everything in the game feels real and close to my heart. It's really obvious too that they took the story writing seriously. The pace, the delivery are so well done in my opinion. Without giving spoiler, if you like indie games like Backbone, To the Moon, and Night in the Woods. I feel like you will enjoy this game a lot. A viewer from my stream also mentioned that the game reminds her of Rakuen, and it feels similar after I checked the gameplay. So if you love Rakuen, definitely check this one. It's a cozy and wholesome game with a captivating storytelling and beautiful pixel art, resolving around mental health issues and the beauty of late 90s in rural Indonesia. Space for the Unbound is a lovely game that will definitely touch your heart. Thank you Mojikan Studio for making this game, and I hope more Indonesian games like this will be produced in the future. Not only Indonesian games, but like indie games in general. A personal one that sparked that kind of feeling whenever you play it. Something really personal that the creator want to share with you. Also, you can name every cat that you met, every stray cat that you met on the street. I found it really cute. Just by that, it's already the best game of 2023. I'm 100% recommend this game if you are looking for this kind of experience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to this channel and like the video to support me. It means a lot. Also, comment below what do you think about the game and this video. Here's some videos of mine where I covered more games that is special for me, and I think you will enjoy watching it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.